try this. So the very first thing that I did when I got to El Salvador, coming to Olocuilta, being at the Papusa capital of the world, and wow, I was told that you would come here and you would see Papusarías everywhere, that it would just be lines and lines, people hauling you in, saying, come here, come to mine. And I was able to make my own, and the people here at Papusaría Zoila were so welcoming. They showed me the process, and I am so thankful. It's a hard process, it really is. You take your dough, put everything in it. Mine fell apart quite a lot. You don't even see it in these videos, but yeah, I was having a hard time, struggling. I think that's a sign that maybe I need to actually cook more. But then we sat down. It's a very nice restaurant, being in this warmth. And keep in mind, it's like 7 a.m. right now. Pupusas can be eaten at any time of the day. So now I am about to try them. Wow, very good. I'm loving this. It's like the outside is very firm, and then I bite into it, and I just have the cheese, the flavor of it go all throughout my mouth, and yeah, this is phenomenal. Being able to cap off my experience of making the pupusa with actually being able to eat my own creation. This is great. In New York, I've had many pupusas before, especially around my area. We have a big Salvadorian population, but nothing compares to actually having it here. Here, it's a whole different level. If you want to try get a real pupusa experience, you have to come to El Salvador. Also, the fact that this was literally the first thing that I did after arriving here, being able to come here, do all this, have the national dish, the perfect way to start off this morning. All right, we have the pupusas that I made right here. Oh my God, literally my creation. And we have two other ones. Look at the difference. These ones look so nice, so round, while mine are just a chaotic mess. Oftentimes we have a tomato sauce, and we have this, which I will get back to you shortly on what exactly it is. And then once I actually add the tomato sauce here, I wasn't having it with the tomato sauce before, and wow, that adds so much more flavor. It is so good. You feel the flavor. It's like melting on your tongue. The way that the flavors combine, it's something that is unique, and the sauce, it really brings it out. I love having any type of cheese or any type of bread with a tomato sauce. Yeah, I didn't even know that pupusas went with tomato sauce. So this is great. And this one right here, this isn't the one I made, this is the one they made, which, as you can see, they came out so much better. And this one has cheese and the beans, and the flavor on this one is even better, because the way that the beans add to this, just the flavor is brought out so much more, and wow, this is definitely my favorite one. And yeah, the flavor of it, it's really something special. Olocuilta, if you're in El Salvador, you need to come here. You really need to come here. It is a special place, and it is so cool how you have them lined up everywhere. I am in the shop right now. You can see how many seats are around me. You know, I'm sure as the day comes along, it will get packed, absolutely packed. Keep in mind, as I was saying, it's around 7 a.m. right now. I already have 4 pupusas, so this is great. So right now we are at the street vendors in Renderos, and I am loving the atmosphere. We're sitting down, going to have some torta, some corn, and this other dish. And it's just lines and lines of street vendors right now. Arigua and the torta. All right, let's try this. This is very good. It's crispier, but you taste the sweetness, which is something very different than I've ever tried before. Because I'm used to something being hot and more on the crispy side, something being savory. So to be able to have this sweet flavor, yeah, wow, this is very good. So I didn't expect this drink to be hot, which I think makes it so much better because you taste the corn in there, you taste the milk, the sugar, and all that flavors combining to give such a rich taste that I have never experienced before. This is so good and it complements these other two dishes so well. So in here we have obviously some corn because you have the very corn taste, but as well milk, sugar, salt. These street vendors are literally starting from here and go way down there, just rows and rows, and wow, it just adds into the atmosphere. And you got the tables lined up where you can sit down, be right alongside the street, and wow, that was such a good meal. I got a torta, and then I actually have no idea what it was. It was some warm drink, had a very corn, it was made out of corn, but it was warm, had some sugar in it, had milk, and then I also had, it wasn't a papusa, but it was like a vegetable dough that was like fried, that had cheese on top of it. Yeah, that was so good as well. So my meal, my lunch and plans there in Renderos has been so nice. I have eaten so much, but it's well worth it, especially when I'm not in El Salvador often, clearly. So being able to get this, yeah, maybe I should indulge a little bit. All right, so I saw a Semita on the street and I had to try it. So let's give it a shot. This is really good. It's very much like a pastry feel to it, and I love pastries so much. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that I'm having this right now. The part that I love the most is the outer layer with the crust, and you have the sugar here, and then right here, I bite into it. I feel the flavor go everywhere on my tongue. I love it. It has such a sweetness to it. And make sure, get yourself a Semita when you're here as well. Okay, so I am at probably the most beautiful natural landscape, at least that I've seen during my time in El Salvador. I am at Santa Cruz Café, and I am at Lago Ilopango. The best part of this is how you can literally be eating such a great meal while getting these views. You know, I'm trying to think of a natural landscape that, you know, it reminds me of, and I can't think of anything, but a comparison that I'll put was when I was in Salzburg, Austria. Of course, very different because that's the Swiss Alps, but I was eating at a castle overlooking the mountains, and it reminds me of that in the sense that you are eating and then having this beautiful landscape behind you. So I started off my time here immediately after arriving, heading straight to Olocuilta to get a papusa, and of course I had to finish it the same way to be able to have dinner, have such a nice meal. I ended up having one with beans and cheese and the other one garlic and cheese. And I'm here at Lo Nuestro, and these ones, wow, again, just to emphasize how the flavor of it, especially that the beans and cheese, how it combines and it like just filled my taste buds, I loved. And seeing them make it right in front, it's so fascinating to see, and Papusas definitely well worth it. and they are the national dish for a reason, and I love them so much.